welcome to the course on English for Personal and Professional Writing. I am Dr. Narendra Kumar from the L&M Institute of Information Technology, and today I am going to talk about letter writing. Let's look at the learning objectives first. The first objective is to know the relevance of letter writing, why we should write letters, and what function does it perform for us. The second thing is to know the types of letters, and third objective of this video lecture is to understand the writing process, which includes pre-writing, writing and post-writing process, and the last thing that we are going to talk about is the form and structure of a letter. So आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम इन 4 बिंदुओं पे विशेष तौर से बात करेंगे। सबसे पहले लेटर राइटिंग की प्रासंगिकता क्या है, कितने तरह के लेटर हो सकते हैं, थर्ड लेटर राइटिंग का प्रोसेस क्या है, प्री राइटिंग में क्या आता है, राइटिंग प्रोसेस में क्या आता है, एंड पोस्ट राइटिंग प्रोसेस में क्या इंक्लूड होता है, एंड वील ऑल्सो नो द फॉर्म, लेटर की संरचना या उसका ढांचा किस तरह से हम तैयार करते हैं. So let's move on with the objectives one by one. So the first thing is why letter writing at all. Letter writing is required because human beings cannot live without communicating with each other, and letters are one of the most ancient and effective ways of communicating with each other. In this video lecture, particularly we are interested in business letters, which are required for anybody to succeed in one's professional life. Second thing I would want to emphasize upon is that if a business letter is well written, it can achieve the objectives for the sender of the letter. So you can receive an interview call if you write your job application well, or if you put your CV well. You can get the sales promotions well if your sales letter is written well. At the same time, if a letter is poorly written, your communication, your entire communication may go unnoticed. So letter writing का जो पहला बिंदु है कि लेटर राइटिंग क्यों ज़रूरी है जानना, पहली बात यह है कि ह्यूमन बीइंग्स के लिए कम्युनिकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, एंड लेटर एक बहुत ही प्राचीन और बहुत ही उत्तम माध्यम रहा है एक दूसरे के साथ कम्युनिकेट करने का. दूसरा चीज़ ये है कि बिजनेस लेटर जो हम ऑफिशियल पर्पजेस से लिखते हैं, अगर वो अच्छी तरह से लिखा जाए तो एक अच्छे से लिखा हुआ लेटर हमें एक इंटरव्यू कॉल दे सकता है, हमारे सेल्स को इन्हांस कर सकता है, और दूसरे ऑब्जेक्टिव जो भी डिजायर्ड हैं उनको अचीव कर सकता है. वहीं पर अगर एक लेटर अच्छी तरह से नहीं लिखा हुआ है, पुअरली रिटन है, तो ये भी हो सकता है कि हमारा कम्युनिकेशन बिल्कुल अननोटिस्ड चला जाए. इसीलिए आज के इस लेक्चर में हम ये जानने की कोशिश करेंगे कि कैसे हम बेहतर से बेहतर लेटर राइटिंग कर सकते हैं. सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं टाइप्स ऑफ लेटर्स. देयर आर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ लेटर्स. वन इज़ पर्सनल लेटर, द सेकेंड वन इज़ अ बिजनेस लेटर. Personal letters we write to our relatives, to our friends, to the peers, and they are written for sharing personal information. The trend has gone down now, but there was a time when letter writing used to be a usual activity. जो पर्सनल लेटर्स हैं वो हम अपने रिलेटिव्स को या फ्रेंड्स को अपने फीलिंग शेयर करने के लिए या अपने विचारों का आदान प्रदान करने के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं. वहीं पर the second type of letter, which is the business letter, that is used for doing official communication. When we write an application for job, that is a kind of business letter, or when we communicate for sales in a department, that is a business letter, or when we communicate with each other in the official setting, when we write to our subordinates or we write to our superiors, that is also a kind of business letter. So business letters are written for official communications. बिज़नेस लेटर्स हम लिखते हैं ऑफिशियल कम्युनिकेशंस के लिए, जो कि या तो किसी बिज़नेस सेटिंग में हो सकते हैं या फिर किसी ऑफिशियल सेटिंग में हो सकते हैं. आज का ये वीडियो लेक्चर ख़ास तौर से ध्यान आकर्षित करता है बिज़नेस लेटर्स के लिए, बट this remains relevant for other types of letters as well. It is not just that business letters are completely different from the personal letters. So it is about both the things in a way. Now let's talk about the writing process itself. Writing process includes 3 stages. The first one is pre-writing stage, the second one is writing stage, and the third one is post writing. In the pre-writing stage, we need to know who our audiences are or who is our audience, what is the purpose of writing that letter, and for that purpose or for achieving that purpose, what should be the length of the letter. And the last thing that we need to know is what action we are desiring from the person who is receiving the letter. So in the pre-writing stage जो चीज़ें included हैं वो हैं कि हमारा ऑडियंस कौन है, हम किसको लेटर भेज रहे हैं, हमारा पर्पज़ क्या है उस लेटर को भेजने के पीछे, और वो डिजायर्ड गोल अचीव करने के लिए हमको कितना बड़ा लेटर लिखना चाहिए और किस तरह से वो ऑब्जेक्टिव हमें अचीव होने वाला है. सो दिस वी नीड टू नो इन द बिगिनिंग, एंड देन कम्स द राइटिंग स्टेज. व्हेन वी राइट अ लेटर, वी नीड टू put down the points first, then we make the first draft and see whether we are able to assimilate everything. And when everything is at one place, then comes the post writing stage. Now before we move to the post writing stage, या तो हम brain mapping का method use कर सकते हैं, what we call mind mapping, जहाँ पे हम different points को एक साथ लिख करके देख सकते हैं कि how do we connect the dots. And we can use things like brainstorming. So we are putting down different ideas and finally choosing which are the ones which are working, how do we structure those ideas together, and finally we formulate a letter. And then comes the post writing stage. Remember, it is very essential to go through the letter once we have written it. If we don't do that, the chances are that communication may not go right. So the third stage, which is the post writing stage, requires the revision, the editing of the letter, and finally the evaluation whether it is achieving the final goal or not. So ये तीन stage बहुत ज़रूरी हैं post writing में कि हम उसको revise करें, देखें कहीं grammatical errors तो नहीं हैं, spelling mistakes तो नहीं हो गए हैं, कोई punctuation के errors तो नहीं हैं, because all these errors will make the meaning change. And if the meaning changes, the desired goal will not be achieved. And these days, since we type letters rather than writing letters, we have to be extra cautious, because there is a function called autocorrect in all softwares, in Word, Microsoft Word, or other softwares as well. Even on mobile, when we type, this autocorrect at times creates a havoc, and we have to be very careful, because autocorrect, where it is beneficial because at times it can correct your spellings, but at the same time it can give a different word altogether, right? So I remember one instance where Deepavali became Deepakali, so the meaning completely got changed. So इस तरह की चीज़ें ना हो, ऑटो करेक्ट की वजह से कुछ रॉन्ग मैसेज कम्युनिकेट ना हो जाए, एंड एट टाइम्स इट कैन पुट यू इन awkward situations. So for avoiding all that, we need to carefully go through the third stage, which is the post writing stage of letter writing. Now let me also talk about the form and structure. उसकी संरचना या ढांचा कैसा होना चाहिए. तो सबसे पहले जब हम लेटर लिखते हैं तो हमें भेजने वाले का एड्रेस ऊपर लिखना है. We have to write our own address. Now if it is official communication and written on a letterhead, this part is automatically taken care of. The top part of the letterhead carries the name of the organization and address of the organization, so that we don't have to worry about. But if we are writing a letter in personal capacity, then we need to write our own address there. But remember, in that address, never write your own name. अपना नाम अपने एड्रेस में यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं करना है. And the reason is that name is automatically going to come at the bottom. You have to sign the letter and you have to write your name. So top will not carry your name. ऊपर सिर्फ अपना एड्रेस आएगा. After that, the second point that comes in the structure of a letter is the reference, which is optional thing. You may not always have the reference. Reference कभी हो सकता है, कभी नहीं भी हो सकता है. But this reference, when it is there, it performs a very significant function. And that significant function is the identification of the communication. जब आप reference number लिखते हैं तो उसे clearly identify हो जाता है कि आप किस reference में वो letter लिख रहे हैं. Think of the government communications, for example. You are communicating to a government office. There, people receive thousands of letters each day, and it may be a massive task to actually figure out who has written that letter. So they have a process called keeping a file, and file has a file number. So whenever they write a letter to you, they put that file number as the reference number, and when you write a letter to them, you also put that file number as the reference number, so that they'll quickly know where this communication is going to go. So जब आप reference number लिखते हैं तो उससे identify करने में आसानी हो जाती है. Next thing is the date line. Now the date line is going to carry the date when you are sending that letter or when you are writing that letter. That is also an important part. Remember these three things you can put either on the left side of the letter, or you can take them to the right side of the letter. But if you put them on the right side, remember that when you are going to sign at the end, put your signatures also on the right side of the letter. अगर आप ये तीनों चीज़ें जिनको हम हेडर कह सकते हैं, वो अगर आप राइट साइड में रखते हैं तो आपको सिग्नेचर्स भी राइट साइड में ही करने पड़ेंगे एट द एंड, और अगर आप लेफ्ट साइड में रखते हैं देन यू कैन साइन एट द लेफ्ट साइड, right? So you are going to follow just the one format. Either you keep everything left, and that is quite neater and quite a preferred way these days, but you can also put some of the things at the right side and sign it at the right bottom also. I prefer to keep it on the left. So the example that you see, you will find that everything is there on the left side. After that comes the receiver's address. Now receiver's address is the address of the person who is going to receive the letter, and this can also carry the name of the person. If you want to avoid putting the name there, then business communications also have the process of or the way of putting attention so and so. So for example, if you see this letter, it says Mr. John Paul. Now if in case you don't want to put the name at the top of the address, you can say attention John Paul after reference. After this we come to the subject part, which is also optional, but subject part is an important part of a letter, and subject part also defines what is the scope of the letter. But remember, the subject line should be short, maximum 5 to 7 words. It can be just 1 or 2 words also. For instance, if you see in this letter, it simply says product catalog. So what we are looking for is the product catalog, and the letter is going to be about the product catalog. Then the next part is the body of the letter. I think it will be better if I read out the body part to you, so that you get to know what are the things that are included and how well you can structure this body part. So this letter is designed for sending the product catalog to a customer. So this is a communication between two business houses. One is the designing partner, the one who designs the cards. The second one is the distributor of the cards. Now the distributor of the cards has requested for the product catalog, and now the product catalog is being sent to the distribution partner. So इस लेटर में हो क्या रहा है कि डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन पार्टनर ने डिज़ाइन पार्टनर से प्रोडक्ट कैटलॉग मांगा है, और ये उसी के रिस्पॉन्स में लेटर लिखा गया है. नाउ दिस बॉडी पार्ट विच इज़ द नेक्स्ट पार्ट शुड बी ब्रीफ. छोटा होना चाहिए बट पावरफुल होना चाहिए. दिस शुड कन्वे द मैसेज क्लियरली एंड इफेक्टिवली, because this is where you can enhance your chances of success. So look at the content of the letter. It says, we are happy to see your interest in our products. So in the very first line it says that we are happy to see your interest in us, and at the same time it also conveys the similar kind of feeling that we are also happy to see that interest and we are interested in working with you as well. Then the second line completes the business, which is the catalog of our products that you have requested is enclosed with this letter. So with this second line आपका business as such खत्म हो जाता है, but now you want to enhance the communication or you want to enhance your sales pitch. That comes in the next line. and there you say that you actually inform the person that this catalog can also be accessed through our website. So now you are taking the person to your website so that the person can see more products there, and then you say that you have launched some new facilities also. So you are saying that let me also share with you that this year we have launched web based customization of greeting cards to let the customers have their desired personal touch. So here what you are communicating is that you care a lot for the customers, and because of that you have come out with an idea of customization of the cards. And then you say we are proud of having served more than 1 million customers with satisfaction. So now here you also give an idea how big your customer base is and how many satisfied customers you have. So that means that you are successfully trying to sell your product by writing these extra lines, because you could have stopped at the first or second line itself after saying that the product catalog is enclosed. But by putting in 2-3 lines in the body part itself, you have actually made use of the opportunity. ये 2-3 लाइन एक्स्ट्रा लिखने से आप उस अपॉर्चुनिटी को बनाने में कामयाब हो जाते हो, एंड उससे आप कस्टमर का इंटरेस्ट अपने आप में जनरेट कर सकते हो. एंड द नेक्स्ट पार्ट कम्स द closing part. But before you close, you say we look forward to having a long and fruitful association with you. So you are showing your interest in the customer and you are looking for a long-term partnership with them. And then you put the complimentary closure of the letter, which is yours faithfully. Now remember, here you can put so many things. You can say yours faithfully, you can say yours sincerely, you can also say with best regards, but the context will change in all these cases. So when you are saying dear sir or dear madam, always put yours faithfully. If you are putting the name of the person, so in place of writing dear sir, if you are saying dear Mr. John Paul, you better put yours sincerely. Or if it is a person who is in your organization and you are trying to put a little more informal and respectful form, you can say with best regards, but that will depend on your degree of familiarity. So if you are more familiar with that person, you can say with best regards. And then you put your signatures, your name and your designation, and the final thing that comes is the enclosure, which is again optional, because you may have certain things to enclose with the letter. At times you may not have anything to enclose with this letter. So ये सारी चीज़ें हैं जो अगर हम ध्यान में रखेंगे तो हम इफ़ेक्टिवली एक बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी को बनाने में कामयाब हो सकते हैं थ्रू एन इफेक्टिव बिजनेस लेटर. दिस इज़ ऑल फॉर टुडे. See you in the next video lecture. Thank you.